Hi all, just a small update. Show it's going, everything's going really well. I had to turn the lights down during the hot weather just to stop it overheating. Kept it below 29 degrees, so I was pretty happy. The last week I've ramped, or the last 2 weeks since the hot weather, I've been running all 6 bulbs rather than just 4 bulbs. I had the normal 2 blues that do the 9 hours a day. Then I just had a set of 2 daylight bulbs running. I think it's about 5 or 6 hours. I think it's about 6 hours a day. But the last 2 weeks, because it's cooled down, I've had all 6 running. So the normal 2 for morning and evenings, and then the extra 4 for during the daytime. And the coral growth since doing it is massive. I've really growing well in here. The Gorgonians not really done much, but they've grown a bit more bushier. The Dokans splitting loads of heads. I've got so many heads on this now coming through. Really doing well. I mean, it's touching the Gorgonians now, so I might have to have a little bit of a shuffle around if the tank doesn't sell. I forgot about this coral. I put it in the sump because I was selling it on eBay and it was too big for in here, and I completely forgot about it, and it completely dissolved. I put it back in here about a week ago and already it's picked up, got its colour back. What bits were all sort of rounded looked like they've melted away. They've already grown sort of like the tips, like the mouth tips, if you know what I mean. This broken frag of pom-pom, that's really picked up and spreading over the live rock. I've got a tiny little piece down the back there. If you look at the first video, which was about a month ago, you can see the amount of growth in this hystrix already. It's really filling out. Along with these 2 blue Montiporas. This red one we had to cut down because it was too tall. It's healed itself over already and it's already grown new shoots. The blue one at the back, that's got all them side shoots are new. I think them couple at the top was already there, and that little one at the back, but it's growing extra shoots out everywhere. Same as this piece here. This is just a broken piece and it's grown sort of like 3 shoots now. Yeah, it doesn't show on camera. The colours don't do justice on camera to what I'm seeing. I can't adjust the colours on this so you can see what I'm seeing. I've got really lovely blue tips on them. The hystrix are like a sort of weird, they're like a metallic green underneath with like a metallic purple, sort of like mouths on the corals, and the tips go to like a pinky, almost like a pink and a white tip. Quite nice. Don't know what this colour, this coral here is. It was, when I first got it, it was like brown, and it always stayed brown, and it didn't grow at all. And now it's turned to like a green and violet blue. It's really nice. Like the coral mouths were like glowing a dark green, and the tips are like a whitish blue, and the rest of the body's like a deep mauve or purple. Really nice. Bailey Slimer was a piece of broken. It was glued on, but I knocked it. They're starting to grow back. These 2 corals here, they're more Monties. That's like a really bright orange and neon green base. That's just a fire red colour. This is grown massive. You can't really see the growth from the front, but all these shoots all them shoots on for there, that's all new, and at the back you can really see the size of it. It's growing massively, really sort of growing weird. It's like grows shoots but then it sort of plates at the same time. It's really weird how that's growing. Looks different, I like it. Again, hystrix down below, really growing nicely. Again, you can't see the pinkish, the whitish pink tips that are growing on this on the camera. It really is nice. It looks really, this tank looks really dull on camera, but it's not at all. It's really bright and vivid. Really nice colours. I mean, these are already touching and growing into each other already. There was nowhere near each other when I set this up a month ago. It's really growing out fast. This is the newest coral. It's almost like a galaxy, a bit like that, sort of galaxy coral. But it's growing really, really thick. It looks like grass. It's weird. It looks like fake grass. It's a really odd coral. It's got really, really thin branches inside, like the hystrix, but it's really, really bushy. It's an SBS coral. It's really growing nice. The base was quite bald underneath, but it's starting to grow back down towards the base again, which is a good sign. Again, good gonia at the back. They're starting to do well now, getting really thick and bushy. Galaxy coral, they're starting to really fill out. It's basing out nicely. That's the Bailey Slimer that was there that I knocked off. I did put it back up there, but then it's getting sort of like toxins off of this coral. This bush coral giving it toxins and melted some of the skin away, but that's grown back and it's really starting to grow off at the tip. And there's a little bit there branching off. Another one of that blue Monty-Pora coral, growing really well. Sorry, it keeps going to focus. Nice blue tips, branching off everywhere now. Guys, put some Aquapora in here as a test. Pretty much stripped away over a week, but this last little bit hasn't stripped and it seems to have stopped, so hopefully this will grow out and hopefully spread back over the coral over time. Another Bailey Slimer, just doing really well. This is shooting up loads, got a side shoot now. Another piece of fire coral. This pom-pom at the front that broke up, it was on a large rock. It's really grown. Really starting to thicken out now. Some days I'll get these like really long, like sweeper tentacles that stretch out. You've got a slight small one at the back there, but some of them really do stretch out some days. Depends whether I fed them or not. Trumpet corals, again doing super well. This is only about 4 or 5 heads. This is splitting. 2 of them are split into 2 already. I would have said this one here is about to start splitting soon as well, so that'll be another pair. It's maze coral, sorry, bacon. It's like a green neon middles with purple sides. Wasn't looking too good for itself. I got it cheap because in a shaded area of the tank guy I brought off of. There's a tiny sort of, just a piece of rock here with a couple of heads on it, or a few heads on it, but it's really growing around the sides all the way around. So it's just multiplying and multiplying all the way around, and now it's completely filled out the piece of rock that it came on. But yeah, Got 3 hermit crabs in there doing really well. I forget the name of this snail. I've had him over a year, doing really well. 2 turbo snails in there. Got the 5 green chromies, they're doing alright. There's hardly any bickering, which is really good. And the 5 clownfish are doing well. I was a little bit worried about algae with the tang gone, but I just ain't getting any. I'm not getting any algae at all, apart from on the glass. So I'm really pleased with it. Going super well. Probably the noisiest thing in this tank is the hermit crabs when they bash their shells against the glass. Yeah. I'm not good at doing these videos, I get tongue tied. About to stick this on, because when I sit down I'll get the glare of the light tubes, so that's why that's there, no other reason. It's duct tape, double-sided, so there's no sticky, and then just a bit of decorator's masking tape holding it on so it doesn't stick and leave that residue that you normally get off a duct tape. So I can peel it off if I need to and reapply it without making any mess. So yeah, cheers.